Hope you don't mind if I take a seat. It's been a long life, really. It's nice to meet all of you. I'm Vidura. I'm from Sri Lanka. I moved to the UK about 2 years ago, and since I moved here, whenever I'm getting to know someone and I mention that I'm from Sri Lanka, there's always a certain segment of the population that feels the need to tell me about their life-changing volunteering trip through Southeast Asia. You know, like an angel that fell from Europe, is building schools in rural villages because cheap labor is very hard to find in developing countries. They're usually on their gap year. You guys know gap year is this great migration that your middle class kids go on between finishing school and never achieving anything in life. Where they go visit the countries that their countries used to own just to check up on us. It's so thoughtful. It makes me feel safe. It really does. Who would feed the baby elephants? It's the Lord's work. It's beautiful. It's amazing. At some point, they always take out their phones and start showing me pictures of them and their friends traveling through Sri Lanka, taking selfies with little village children, which is fine, I understand. They're very Instagrammable children. I just always wonder, what would happen if, say I snuck into a primary school in London and started rounding up little British children for an impromptu photo shoot, just get them all in one corner, like, come on kids, 1, 2, 3, Allahu Akbar, and put that on Instagram before the police show up. This would go terribly for me. Since I moved here, a lot of my friends are British, Sri Lankan, British, Indian. They'll always complain that when they're getting to know someone, they say that they're British. People always ask them, oh, but where are you really from, though? And I can never relate. I don't have these problems. Whenever I tell someone I'm from Sri Lanka, they're always like, yeah, that looks about right. If anything, you look a bit too Sri Lankan. It's a bit much. You don't even look like a city Sri Lankan. You look like a jungle Sri Lankan. You look like you escaped your tribe and stole a gay cowboy's clothes. Something I get the most often even is people like to tell me that I look a little bit like a chocolate Jesus. If I'm being completely honest, I don't even like this joke anymore. I'm just not successful enough to stop doing it yet. This is the reality of my situation. Also, isn't it more like historically accurate Jesus, though? I don't even mind. I just love the idea of millions of conservative Christians going to church every Sunday to pray to a brown socialist Jew from the Middle East with a Mexican name. This makes complete sense. This is why the world is so messed up. Jesus has probably already come back. Jesus just couldn't get through immigration. This man is stuck applying for a visa for carpentry. It's embarrassing. People forget sometimes, though, so just to remind them, if I'm bored on a Sunday morning, I'll just put on my favorite robe and go down to my local church like, guess who's back?